Live,
What up?
episode 4.
Back
Good
again.
morning. Good morning.
Back again. Wonder
Oh,
what this
this beautiful
podcast is going to be
Saturday
about.
All right, Tyler, you want to tell them what we're doing and how this all started?
Yeah, so we're going to do a series of sugar-free energy drink reviews. We're going to do them by brand, get a certain amount of flavors of each kind. This kind of started just because me, on my Snapchat, I've got a handful of friends where I will buy an energy drink review, or I'll buy an energy drink on my way to work or something, and I'll send a Snapchat of me reviewing it. And Trey used to be one of the folks that I sent it to before. Or do I still send him? You don't have Snapchat. Yeah. Trey used to be on that list before he got too cool for me. So that's kind of where this was birthed from, really, ultimately. It's kind of the thing that nobody asked for, but we're doing anyway.
Nobody asked for, but the market is wide open for Celsius energy drink reviews. And honestly, we're planning on doing a ton more different brands, but we wanted to do brand by brand and then maybe eventually do like an overall top 5 or something like that. But with that being said, JT, good morning. Good morning, JT. I'm sorry we didn't invite you. All right, anyways, I guess to start off with, to give people a little disclaimer, we're only doing sugar-free energy drinks, right?
Yes, correct. I'm a type 1 diabetic. We're keeping it locked into.
Tyler's got freaking diabetes, so
man,
that limits us.
It's the silent killer.
And also, I feel like we need to give a warning. It's got it on the label. What's it say? Do not consume if you are sensitive to caffeine, people who are under 18, or if you're pregnant. We don't need no pregnant ladies sipping on this.
Yeah, keep it away from Addie there, Trey.
Okay, so I've created a little table here. We're basically the measurements we're going to go off of is serving size, calories, caffeine, the crack of the can.
It's important.
The aroma that it gives off, the smell, the carbonation, and then most importantly, the taste. However, the taste has no increased weight on the rating. But it's on a 10-point scale. We'll go one by one. Some of these are going to be pretty consistent since we're doing like a single brand, like the serving sizes are all the same, calories are all the same, and I think the caffeine's all the same. But for the sake of us doing future drinks that may have more caffeine or whatnot, we're going to keep those on there.
Well, and I think what we'll do is we'll have, brand reviews, and then we'll take our best Celsius, or collectively what we think may be our best Celsius, and then we'll do the Bangs or the Reigns, and we'll take the best one. Eventually, we'll put them all together, and all those other ratings will factor in a lot more.
Yes.
Also, I want to make a disclaimer. Because it is sugar-free, it's impossible to get a 10 out of 10. There's just no such thing as a perfect 10 sugar-free beverage, energy drink or not. So, on our scale, if we're giving it a 6, like an overall 6, it's not good, but it's drinkable. Like a 7 would be like, yeah, that's fine. Nothing, too terribly special about it. Nothing to write home. Once you start getting into the high 7s, 8s, low 9s, I think that's when you really reach the top tier of sugar-free energy drinks. So that's just something to bear in mind as we are reviewing these.
Do you think we'll see any 8s today?
We just got to let the viewers find out.
All right. Let's get into it. First up, we've got the orange flavored Celsius. All right. This has 10 calories. I think all of them have 10 calories and all of them have 200 milligrams of caffeine. And the serving size is 12 fluid ounces. So for me personally, I think 12 fluid ounces is it's good. It always leaves me wanting more. So sometimes I wish it was a little bigger, but I think for the sake of Celsius's marketing, they want to leave you wanting more. So I'm gonna go
Well,
ahead.
and to me, I think the 12 ounce is a pretty perfect, easily consumable size.
Yeah.
Because I find, hey, you're in your work vehicle, you're getting the ball rolling, trying to start your day. The 16 ounce, if you don't hammer that thing, it can drag on and not be, it gets hot.
That's true. Yeah, it gets warm.
So there's some merits to the 12 ounce, but you want to go ahead and crack this sucker open, and one of our measurements will be the crack. So depending on, that's pretty good. Mine's pretty good.
I gotta put this up close to my mic. Ooh. All right, I had a good crisp crack as well. This also fell out of my truck, if you can't tell. So I was a little scared of that, but
that's a deduction for overall appearance. So all right, cheers.
How's it smelling? How's it smelling?
It smells like you dumped out the high fructose corn syrup from a can of mandarin oranges and then burnt it on the stove.
Oh gosh. Okay.
So I'm not real high on it right now.
It smells like it smells very bitter.
Yeah, I'll give it that.
Very bitter.
All right, one sip. Everybody knows the rules.
Cheers.
One sip. Everybody knows the rules. One sip. Everybody knows the rules. All right. First thoughts, Stray. Lead us off, son.
I don't remember. I mean, I think I've had all these flavors before. The orange is not my favorite, and that's just a bias. But it tastes orangey. It's very citrusy. I feel like I get a little bit of that bitterness still. So I'm not too keen on the orange. It could be a little sweeter. It's definitely less sweet than the other Celsiuses that I've had. So for the taste, I'm gonna go 6. This is subject to change though once we get to the others. But I'm gonna give me a 6 there. I'm gonna go ahead and start filling this out. Well, let's hear your thoughts on the taste, and then we'll go through the orange and rate it.
Yeah, I agree with the bitterness. I chalk that up just to whatever delicious chemicals they put into sugar-free drinks. A lot of sugar-free energy drinks you will find have a bit of an aftertaste. I don't mind the bitterness personally. I think you're drinking this thing at breakfast time more often than not. So there's probably some outliers out there in our viewership who are like, you know what, I need a Celsius at 10 p.m. But I think that little bit of bitterness at breakfast is fine. But overall, I'm just not an orange guy. Not a fan of orange. Never have been. Doesn't really get me going. So I'm gonna go higher than you because I think it's very drinkable. I'm not gonna call it good, but I'm gonna give it a 6.4. All
right, 6
for taste.
And again, this is on a 10-point scale. Tyler, all right, let's start from top to bottom. Serving size. What do you? And I'll just go ahead and mark this for all of them. But serving size, the 12 fluid ounces. What are you thinking on that?
I mean, it's real arbitrary, right? There's no, I'm giving the serving size an 8.5 because I like the 12-ounce can, and for what they pack into it, I think it's a good package, overall package. It's an 8.5 for me.
All right, 8.5. For me, I like the serving size as well. It, like I said, keeps me wanting more, and that's why I'm one of the gas station's top customers. So shout out to Circle K. I'm gonna go
Zenergy. You single-handedly invented Zenergy.
8.7 on the serving size. Calories. We got 10 calories per can. To me, I feel like that's a good amount. I don't really care if it's 0 calories. Now, I do like the fact that it's sugar free, so that's always a plus. But 10 calories, that puts a little bit on your stomach, just a touch, and it doesn't leave you literally buzzing with caffeine. So I'm gonna go for calories. I'm gonna go 7.5. Honestly, I wish it could be more.
Oh yeah, I mean, 10 calories is so marginal. If you're out here counting your calories for some sort of awesome diet that you're on, and every calorie that you can eat matters to you, I think it's something compared to nothing, but it's not really going to affect you. You feel like, man, yeah, I got something out of that per 12 ounces. So, I mean, I'm going 7.8 just because I don't. It doesn't really matter. I think to bump it all the way to an 8, it had to be 0 calories because this is sugar-free drink. Most sugar-free sodas are no cal, so 7.8 for me.
All right,
And that'll be across the board for each of these because they have the same serving size.
correct.
So really, the taste and the crack, I think, are going to be some of the deciding factors for us.
Yeah, those are gonna really come into play. The further down the road we get. Let me go ahead and fill this in. Let's see here, 8.5. I'm terrible with Excel, by the way. My wife helped me make this sheet. Shout out, Addie, and all the good wives out there.
That's right. Dude, you could put this on your resume. Makes Excel spreadsheets.
Yeah, this
Or
podcast.
multimedia
I'm throwing this on my
corporations.
resume. I need to update my LinkedIn for sure. 8.7. Boom. Okay. I'll fill out the rest of this as we go, but before we move into the next one or move down to caffeine, I'm gonna take a little swig of water. I got a big old glass of water.
Oh yeah. For a bit of a palate cleanser here.
Man, I need a
just got
yeah. Tyler's got the Febreze.
Fall time Febreze.
What flavor Febreze is that? Is that cinnamon stick?
So, hold on. Technical difficulties on my end. We moving on to the caffeine content.
Hold on, could you hear me?
No.
What
I think
flavor
it's on me.
Febreze? What flavor Febreze did you have?
Well, apple cider left over from the fall. Hello, we're about to start moving into the winter scents.
Yeah. Dude, maybe for future we should have aftertaste on here as well.
Oh yeah, we can get the Honey Crisp and all those. I'd be down for that. That'd be another thing no one asked for, but by God, we're gonna do.
Okay, caffeine. What do you think of caffeine?
Caffeine 200, I think is really high up there for me because there are times where 300 milligrams in like the bangs and the rains is too much. I mean, you're jittery. It does stuff to your gut health. I mean, I think at 200 milligrams, I felt bright-eyed and ready to seize the day, but never overdone it on 200 milligrams. So I'm giving it a 9 because that is my ideal caffeine content in the morning.
All right.
A 9 across the board.
All right, across the board. Yeah, I like Celsius because it's a good like midday pick me up. It's not too much caffeine where you can't sleep at night. But it's it's good enough. It's enough caffeine to where you can really if you're in a midday slump, you can stop by the gas station and pick you up a Celsius, any one of them, and you're gonna get a guaranteed 200 millis of caffeine.
No doubt.
For me, I'm gonna put it as a 9.5.
Oh, okay, pretty high.
I could use a little less. There is a cutoff time that I have to give myself when I drink a Celsius or any caffeine of that matter. But do you any idea what just regular coffee caffeine content is?
I think a cup of coffee, just like an 8-ounce cup of coffee, is about 70 milligrams of caffeine.
70, okay.
70 to 90, depending on who's out here brewing it.
And are you a coffee drinker, or do you get up? Do you get up?
Since
Do you start
becoming
your
a
day
dad,
with?
I feel like I've drank more coffee than I ever have before. I'm not just a black coffee kind of guy. I'm 2 creams, 2 sugars, but I have not paid for a cup of coffee in probably 3 or 4 years. What I do on my way to work most mornings, I'll pull off the interstate, different exit every time, and I'll run into one of these hotels that have a continental breakfast, and I'll just go pour me a cup of coffee in their to-go mug, and I just keep switching up the hotels. So free coffee, nothing to write home about, but it's the way to do it, man.
Okay, going to the crack, the initial crack of the can for the orange. How did that sound to you?
Dude, mine was crisp, clean, cracktastic. I mean, mine was as good a crack as you could hope for. So I mean, I'm giving it a 10.
Oh,
that's probably the only thing that it's getting a 10 on. But that goes a long way to the mental state that you're in as you take that first sip.
Mine was also very nice and crisp. I do think though that the damage to the can might have affected the crack. So with that said, I'm gonna give it a 9. It still sounded great, but I think it could have been better. Okay, smell.
5. Just a 5.
Straight up.
Wasn't crazy about it. Didn't really like it. It wasn't. And that may be a thing with Celsius. I'm not super sure.
Yeah. I'm gonna go 4.3. It really was not that pleasing to me. Very bitter. No. The only thing it has going for it is that it wasn't very overwhelming. Like it's a subtle bitterness. You're not gonna crack the can and get a whiff of it if it's more than 2 inches away from your nose. Okay, and then lastly, we've got the carbonation. How'd the carbonation pair with the overall taste?
Well, I mean, I'm gonna rate my carbonation as I'm not real crazy about like heavy carbonation, like really like this is a McDonald's Sprite. You know what I mean? Never been a fan of that. But I'll give it a 6.8. Pretty good. Maybe 1 sec.
All right, okay, it's not too bad. Dude, Camp's going crazy right now. All right, for me, I'm gonna go carbonation. I like the overall carbonation that Celsius brings to their drinks. With this one, the way it paired. Let me take another swig here. It's not super overwhelming. I think the carbonation honestly adds to the orange because the taste is not my favorite. So I'm gonna go 7.7.
Pretty good. Trey, let me ask this: is your mic maxed out? It could be on my end. But is your mic as hot as it'll go?
I think so. Is it? Are we having technical difficulties?
Yeah,
are you having trouble hearing me?
Just a bit muted. I'm having to strain, but I've got a lot going on. Anyway,
that's the problem with the Xbox microphones. Maybe once our donations hit, go above and beyond.
Yeah,
we might be able to afford a better mic, but I'll just try talking louder.
There we go. That was pretty good. You put that thing close to your mouth. That was good.
Yeah. All right, moving on to number 2. What do we got? Peach mango and green tea. Initial thoughts. What do we like about the name?
So I'm a Georgia peach myself. Just I'm all about it. This one I think is our outlier. This one could be real unique because it's not carbonated. This one is more of like drinking a tea. So that's my only thing of note. Say we go ahead and crack her open.
All right.
Kind of blow through them.
Yeah. Now that we got the serving size and whatnot out of the way.
Man, that was a good crack. I mean, that crack blew me away. I
felt my hair kind of blow back, honestly.
For it to not be carbonated, pretty good.
All right, 1 sip. Everybody knows the rules.
Cheers. 1 sip. Everybody knows the rules. One sip. Everybody knows the rules.
That's a pretty good one. I need to smell this.
Pretty faint. Nothing.
Yeah, can hardly tell.
Nothing really strong.
Let's start with the crack.
I mean, crack was honestly, and I'm probably skewed because this is not carbonated, so I'm shocked. I think the crack on this one for me was better than my orange one that we just did. I'm giving it another 10. I mean, it's everything you want and probably then some.
All right, looks like we might have to go whole numbers here because we got some funky decimals for the overall rating.
You can just round up. We can round down, I think, on anything that I give a point to, unless it's 0.8 and above. Just go ahead and round down.
All right.
That's what I would do on mine.
We got an 8 here. Oh, whoops. Okay, we're still messing up. That's not good. We'll figure it out later. Okay, for my crack, I'm gonna have to go 10. That was freaking good. That was a good one. Like I said, I think my hair blew back a little bit on that. Smell wasn't really a smell. I'm gonna go. I don't. It could be a good thing though. But when I open up a drink, I kind of like to get that flavor, like a little hint of what it could taste like. So I'm kind of bummed that it didn't have a smell. I'm gonna go 1.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going 3, just 3 flat. Not much. I mean, really not much going on there.
Carbonation. There is no carbonation.
No carbonation, but that could be a good thing depending on how you're feeling.
And all things considered, this is a tea.
Yeah.
And I think they nailed it on the head with not adding any carbonation for this. For me, I'm gonna go 10. Honestly, 10's solid.
Yeah, I think that's probably the only option that you have because it's a tea. If it had any carbonation at all, it'd have to be 0. You'd have to give it a 0 score. But since it's a tea, 10 out of 10 because it did what you wanted.
Dude, these decimals are really throwing me off. Okay, Tyler, what'd you think of the taste for the peach mango
taste?
green tea?
This has traditionally never been my number 1 because I like some of the other flavors a little better. But this morning is reminding me of the peach flavored Peace Tea from a gas station, just a classic, road trip beverage. I mean, I'm giving it truthfully, it's between a 7 and an 8, but we're trying to do whole numbers. So I'm going to go ahead and just bump it to an 8. I mean, I think this thing's good.
Boom.
It's better than drinkable. I mean, it's downright good. Also, side note, Trey, I was thinking next week, not this Saturday, but next week we do rivalry week college football predictions.
Okay. I like that.
Maybe don't get to it today or anything, but we put that on the calendar for next Saturday when my Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets upset the Dogs.
The Dogs, yeah, I like that. I'm down. For me, the taste, I'm gonna have to go with Tyler on this one. A solid 8. I like the tea flavor. I haven't had that one in a while, and yeah, it's good. I might start adding this to my rotation here. So 8 for me as well. Okay, moving on to what do we got? Fuji apple pear. Okay, so we bought some of the, obviously we're from different places, so we couldn't get all the same drinks. We're lucky enough to get 4 out of the 5 to match up. So we're gonna skip over this third one because I've got Fuji apple pear and Tyler's got strawberry guava. So we're gonna save that for the last. Yeah. And we're gonna jump to strawberry lemonade.
Strawberry lemonade.
Strawberry lemonade. Let me find that one.
Good looking can. Looks fresh. Like those are fresh picked citrus right there.
Yeah.
Although strawberry, I'm not sure if you'd consider it citrus.
All right. Let's crack this bad boy open.
Crack her open.
Not as good as the Georgia.
No, that was.
Beach
that
Nut.
was really disappointing and does not bode well for the future of this review.
Okay, now when I initially smell it, I can get a little hint of strawberry. And it's not bitter like the orange. I really like that actually. For the smell, I'm going to go a 7. And for the crack, a little disappointed. I'm going to have to go 6 on that.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty close to you, except that I'm going on smell. I'm just doing a 5. Like, it kind of tastes like it. You know, when those girls they infuse strawberry into their water. They've got those. You know, strawberry sits in the water in the fridge for like a week and they drink it. So I mean, I'm going with like a 5 for smell because it's just a hint of strawberry, but there's nothing
5
that
for
really
smell.
gets your blood pumping. Crack.
Nope.
Really disappointed. I'm giving the crack a 4. I mean, it's really feeble.
Yeah, nothing too exciting there off the crack. Carbonation.
One sip. Everybody knows the rules. That's good.
It is pretty good. I like that a lot.
Carbonation. I'm gonna hit us with an 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
Truthfully, it's probably like a 7.3 or 7.5. But whole numbers, I feel like I like it enough to just go ahead and call it an 8 on the carbonation scale. It really froths up the mouth, if that's measurable. I'm gonna go ahead and jump straight to taste. I like this. This is probably up there as my favorite of any of the energy drinks because it's not overly sweet, but you definitely get the lemon. You definitely get the strawberry. I feel like it's as advertised. I'm giving it an 8.5 on taste.
All right. I'm just going to throw an 8 on there. Yeah, I really like that too. For me, the carbonation, I think it pairs well with the flavor. Not very overwhelming, but it's a good amount of carbonation for people who need that carbonation fix. So I'm going to go 8 on carbonation. And for taste, this is probably this is my go-to so far. I would say with the smell being more strawberry leaning, and then you put that can to your mouth and you take a big old swig, you really get that lemon in there as well. And I think the pairing with the lemon and the strawberry, I mean, there's nothing better, honestly. I'm gonna go. Gosh, if this was I wish we were doing decimals. I really wish this table would work.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. I just have to go 8. You can't. It's hard to get a 9. It's hard to get a 9 for me.
Yeah, and I hate, and this is probably a can by can basis. Like another can, the crack might have been awesome.
Yeah.
And maybe the smell would have been better. So as my favorite taste wise, probably so far, we still have one more to do after this. I hate that it got such low scores, but taste. I mean, it's winning on the taste.
Yeah, for sure.
What did I call it? What did I give it? A 8.5?
Yeah, you had an 8.5. We had to settle for 8, which I guess it really doesn't even matter, honestly.
Yeah,
because the numbers are so jacked up. But after we get through all 5, we're gonna go through and just give an overall rating for all of these. But we've got lemon lime up next. I'm gonna take some water here, cleanse the palate.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna one more little palate cleanser here.
All right, two more to go.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this will totally wash the taste of energy drink out of your mouth. It's good stuff.
It gives you a little burn down the patch. Okay, lemon lime is up next. Let's see what we got here.
Lemon lime. I think this is a relatively new flavor. Let's go ahead and
I haven't seen this. This is recent for sure. Let's get a crack in.
Crack like I'm a plumber. You know what I mean? Ooh,
I like that. Interesting smell. All right,
one sip. Everybody knows the rules.
Catching a little Sprite vibes.
Yeah, more like a Sierra Mist.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
For
if
sure.
a Sierra Mist and a some sort of seltzer had a child.
That's 7-Up. That's 7-Up.
Yes. Oh yeah, there we go.
Okay, crack for me on lemon lime, dude. I'm gonna go 9 for me. That was pretty good. I felt some mist come onto my fingers. They had that thing compressed.
Yeah, mine's a 9 too, a strong 9. You know, I know that can't be weighted in the spreadsheet, but a strong 9 out of 10.
Strong 9.
My eyes lit up. I felt a surge of adrenaline. I mean, that's what you're looking for in a sugar-free beverage. Smell, it is. I don't think it's as advertised at all. If this is supposed to be lemon lime, I don't catch a whiff of anything. It's, I mean, almost a non. I mean, it just smells bitter, artificial. So, pretty low score on that. I mean, I might just go with a 3.
3. Wow, this might be our biggest contrary rating here. I'm gonna go 8 on this for the smell. When I cracked it open and smelled it, I could really the lime was really brought out to me. I felt like it was kind of similar to the strawberry lemonade, but I got a little more of the citrusy side of things than the strawberry side of things, of course. But yeah, 8 for me on smell. Carbonation. Let me take another sip here.
Yeah, let me one more sip.
That's strong carbonation.
Yeah, I mean, that's good.
I to me, this almost overwhelms with the citrus being a little more bitter and the carbonation. I'm gonna have to go 5 on this one. I don't think the carbonation pairs too well with the lemon lime flavor.
I don't know. I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna undermine you, but I'm gonna go with a 10. Not a 10, 7.
Okay,
hit him with a 7 just because it's good. It was kind of what I wanted. It's not great. It's a little better than drinkable. I just say it's good. Just all around pretty good.
All right, cool. And then taste. Lastly, taste.
Maybe one more refresher.
Yeah.
It's a 7. I mean, if we were giving it a true score, if you knew how to do an Excel spreadsheet, it'd be like a 7-7. You know, like not quite an 8. I don't want to call it, you know, upper tier, but it's one of the better ones for taste, I think, as far as the Celsius brand is concerned.
Yeah, I like it. It does remind me of a Sprite almost, with a little spicy kick at the end. But
yeah.
I'm gonna have to agree with you on this. A 7. There's definitely room for improvement. It's not as sweet as a Sprite. It's probably because it has no sugar. But I like it for what it is. I'll give it a 7. Okay, and then now we've got one more. Tyler, I know you have to go soon. Go ahead. You want to go ahead and do
blow through
your
this
strawberry guava?
We're gonna rock with strawberry. Man, if I could figure out how to twist this, there we go. Strawberry guava. I have never had this one, and that's saying something because I think between me and Trey, we drink an unhealthy amount of sugar-free energy drinks, and that's why you should trust our reviews so much. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and crack this one open and let you know my thoughts.
Hey, by the way, real quick, what are you feeling? Are you feeling anything from this caffeine kick?
No, I think I'm immune.
Oh, okay. I'm 5 rating. Right
no, I'm just kidding. Not yet. I mean, I feel more awake, more bright-eyed than I did at the start.
Yeah,
of this.
my pupils are definitely dilated.
The good. Yes, the eye dilation. I can see colors. I mean, hear colors, and see sounds. I have a touch of. I'm not even gonna say it. I'm gonna say it on the podcast. But here we go. Cracker open. Ooh, extremely weak crack. I could attribute it to the fact that this has sat out longer than the rest. It's not quite as cold and crisp. I don't know if that plays a role, but ooh, strong smell. I like that. I like that. One sip. Everybody knows the rules. I've never seen a guava in person. You know, for all I know, this picture right here could be fake. Someone could have just dreamed up a guava and put
I don't
that
think I've
on
ever
there.
seen a guava either.
It
Looks like a pear-shaped watermelon from the picture.
tastes to me, oddly enough, like a non-sugar-free Monster or Red Bull, like the green Monster.
Okay.
I don't like either of those at all. However, this one has a hint of strawberry, which makes it, I would say, drinkable. I mean, especially you're paying, I forget what it averages out to. I mean, these things are basically $3, right?
Yeah.
Or $3
A little
a can.
under 3. Yeah.
Unless there's some sort of 2 for $5 deal or whatever. On smell, I'm going 7. I really liked it.
7
strong.
on the smell. Okay.
7 on the smell.
What about crack? You said it was a little underwhelming for you?
Oh, extremely underwhelming. I'm trying to give it some grace, but I don't really want to. So we're going with a 3 on the crack. Extremely weak.
3 on
I mean,
the crack.
it cracked, so it's, you know, it's above a 1, but compared to the tea that is not carbonated at all, this one being carbonated, I expect a little more out of them, you know. So didn't do it for me. Carbonation, 6. I mean, just mouth feel really coats the mouth with all that artificial, delicious chemicals that they put in there. And then taste, just blowing right on through the taste. It's drinkable, you know. You're gonna finish it if you buy it, whether you like it or not. It's not bad enough to be like, oh no, I'm pouring this out before I get to the end. So it's just a 6 flat, a really weak 6.
Week 6.
Probably a 5.9. But I think once you get below 6, you're dumping that thing out after a few gulps.
Yeah.
Or about halfway through. So we're keeping it at 6 for sure.
All right, cool. I like that. I'm gonna have to. Well, I don't know. You didn't really sell me on the strawberry guava.
No, and I mean, I think this is somebody's drink. There's someone out here that loves it. I think if you're a Red Bull or Monster kind of guy or gal, go for it. I mean, this seems like something that your mom would love.
I'll have to suggest it to her. Okay. My last flavor is the Fuji apple pear. I might have had this one time. I can't remember. That might tell you how I feel about this already. But yeah, let's get into it. Let's see here. Oh, I like the crack. That was a very deep sounding crack.
Yeah, deep crack right there.
I get a hint of apple. More Honeycrisp than Fuji, I would say.
Ooh.
It's not bad. You can taste the apple like right when you start sipping, and then it quickly leaves you. Oh man, I'm gonna have to take another sip here. Yeah, that's not. This is gonna be a tough one. I'm not gonna be able to sell this one either. The crack was a good crack. I'm gonna have to go 9 on the crack. The smell, I got a little bit of the apple. Wasn't super overpowering or anything like that. For me, I'm gonna have to go 7 on the smell. Carbonation, another sip. Carbonation still allows for, it leaves room for the consumer to taste the flavors that they advertise. So I'm gonna go 7.9. We'll just count it as an 8. And then taste, I am
before you get to taste, I should point out that the Fuji apple is one of my top Celsius. So
oh no,
I'm coming from it from probably a different perspective. I haven't
100%.
sipped it this morning, so I don't want you to let me down. but it is the Angry Orchard hard cider of the Celsius world.
All things considered, I'm gonna have to go a strong 6. It's definitely drinkable. You do get that apple flavor. I can't really taste much of the pear, although I'm not a big consumer of pears, so I don't know if I really have an acquired taste for that. But yeah, I'm gonna leave that as a 6 for taste. Okay. Now that we're through all of them, gosh, it really makes me mad that this sheet didn't work. It looks like the only one that it worked for was orange. We got a 7.5 for orange overall. Let's go to peach mango green tea. Tyler, what do you have for a final rating? It has 8 for that. You've got it as an 8.
Yeah, I think, and it's because we're rounding up to whole numbers. And the other flaw to this, I would say, is that it's not weighted. Like some of these metrics don't have as much bearing on how you
Sure.
feel about it overall. Like smell is not as important to me as maybe it is someone like Trey. So I think overall, it's a strong 7. It's a 7.5. I think overall. This chart that you've got in front of you says it's an 8, but it's really more like a 7.5. It's a good, not great Celsius.
Okay, I like it. And for me, the orange, I'm gonna go 6.9.
Yeah,
definitely probably the least of my
on
favorites.
The orange one.
I would say overall podcast rating, you're looking at right around a 7. Okay, moving on. Peach mango green tea. Let's get through this real quick. For me, overall peach mango, I'm gonna go 7.8. I really like it. I'm not a big when I think of an energy drink, I do like the carbonation feel. Like the carbonation itself just picks me up a little bit. So a little bummed that this didn't have carbonation, but I totally understand why, because it is a tea. So I'm gonna go. What did I say? 7.8.
Yeah, kind of unique.
What about you?
I mean, I think it's a 7.5.
So yeah, that's right around what, a 7 average overall. We've done the strawberry guava. Tyler, you can really only say it.
Hold on.
Put your input on
that. Put that microphone in your mouth real quick. Let me hear you louder.
Hello.
Oh, there we go.
You can only speak to strawberry guava. What do you think?
Strawberry guava, I'm not real high on it. I think it's just a 6 flat overall.
Okay. Wow. So you would take the orange over the strawberry guava?
I really think I would.
Wow.
And I'm not real high on it, but I think it's the strawberry guava is just drinkable. Not good. It's just drinkable. You finish it. It's fine.
For me, and I'll speak on the Fuji apple pear. I know, Tyler, you're a much bigger fan than I am on this. I've got the taste for orange and Fuji apple pear both at a 6, but I think I would drink the Fuji apple pear over the orange, and I think it comes down to the smell when you take that first sip and you kind of inhale the aroma. So I'm gonna go 6, 7 on that. Definitely drinkable. Way better than the orange. Strawberry lemonade.
Allow me to back this seat up just a bit from the table.
For me, strawberry lemonade. This is for me is the clear front runner for out of these top 5. I really like the strawberry lemonade. It's my go-to every time. I really don't look much at any other Celsiuses. I go into the gas station with strawberry lemonade on my mind.
Right.
Overall taste, I'm gonna go 8, 7. It's up there for me. I like it a lot, all things considered.
Overall, I think mine, just everything factored in, it's an 8.5. I don't know that there's a single Celsius that's worthy of a 9. And I don't want to give it an 8.6 or an 8.7 because I feel like that rounds up to almost a 9. 8.5 is a true between 8 and 9. It's good. It's real good, but it's not knock your socks off. I think there's a certain upper echelon of sugar-free energy drinks that are 9s.
Yeah, we'll get into those hopefully in another podcast as well. Maybe Tyler, when you double up on your insulin, we can maybe get a sugar one.
Oh yeah, episode. I can jack it up. Okay,
and then last but not least, we've got lemon lime. This is a runner up for me. I like this one a lot as well. If I don't see a strawberry lemonade in the fridge at a gas station, my next go-to is going to be lemon lime. I think Celsius did a great job of adding this to their lineup of flavors. I gave the strawberry lemonade, what did I say, 8, 9?
8, 9.
8, 9. I'm going to have to give lemon lime like an 8, 8, 3, 8, 2, somewhere in that area, more closer to 8. I really like the lemon lime. It reminds me of Sprite, and I like Sprite. Just you don't get the sugar involved included with that.
9. I don't want to quite give it an 8, but it's on the cusp.
You said 7.9?
7.9. It's on the being an 8, but I don't know that I'm ready to commit yet. Not on live national.
Cool. Well, that wraps it up for our first energy drink review. Thank you guys for all who watched live. I hope this was very helpful and educational for you guys. If you need a kickstart to your day, I can't speak on Tyler's behalf, but I would definitely recommend Celsius as a go-to kickstart. It's a healthy option. It doesn't have any sugar. You're not getting those crazy
and let us
carbs.
Know what the next brand and the next 5 flavors of that brand that you'd like to see.
Yes, we're open to suggestions. We're very open to suggestions. Yeah, that's all I got to say for this.
That's it. Hey, enjoyed it.
Yes, sir. See ya. Have a good weekend.
See you, man.